أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم مدد يا سلطان الأولياء مدد يا سلطان الأنبياء مدد يا شاه مرضان. Welcome to Sufistic Mystic Channel, your channel for occult stuff, mystic stuff, befriending the spirits, befriending the angels, befriending the realities, befriending the archetypes of divine consciousness. Today on the topic, as you could see in the thumbnail, we talk about befriending the seven kingdoms. So this is, first of all, this goes hand in hand with befriending the 99 names, right? So our shirk police here, once again, whoever thinks maybe this is wrong or whatever, there is I have the video, old video, maybe I should make a new one, on the banner of the Prophet ﷺ, where on the banner of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, you can find the Abjad and Huruf squares, the magic squares which contain the numbers and letters, right? The Prophet wore rings with stones. He used the energy of the stones. My friends, don't be ignorant. You know, think this is just for beauty? Yes, also, but there are energetic realities behind that. Imam Ali had different rings. Why we talk now also on rings? Because stones and rings, this is connected to the seven kingdoms. Yes, Imam Ali said, I think this, he categorized it like this: the highest knowledge is the one of the numbers and letters, huruf, right? This is from the story also of Suleiman, where there was someone who Suleiman basically asked the congregation, "Oh, I want the throne of Sheba. Who can bring it to me?" I'm paraphrasing, right? Don't screw me for the exact details. Oh, ulama, right? You can read it in the Quran. And then there was a ifrit, a jinn, and he said, "I can do it in the blink of an eye," or something like that. Or did he say, "No, I think when you stand up," or something like that? I should actually read it again. So, and then there was this knowledgeable, and then he said to Suleiman, "I can bring it quicker than you, I can bring it in the blink of an eye." Right? And this, then he said, "How can you do it?" "I have knowledge of the book." These are the letters. And then the second most important knowledge of this is Ilm Nujum, Ilm Najm. Yes, the knowledge of the stars. Very powerful. So befriending the seven kingdoms, it's of course a life journey. It at least it takes few years. It might take 1-2 years, right? Because that is also step by step. One has to adapt to the energy. And reciting the 99 divine names and making the journey and invoking the muwakilin, as we had the previous talk, this is like a big part of that. Because with every planet, you have certain names connected to this, certain letters, right? We have the 7 classical planets. This doesn't mean, by the way, that the ancients didn't know about the other planets, but this is the most commonly used, and the planets you have to befriend firstly. You have, starting with Moon up to Saturn, right? And we only do this with the names of Allah, invoking the names of Allah, the attributes Allah put into those planets, the manifestations emanating from the planets. These are like portals through which the divine manifestation comes through to us, right? And I'm not also going to the ocean and saying, "Oh, you are a disbeliever because you are going up when the source is full, when the moon is in a certain position and you're going down. You are kafir." Oh, you are making shirk, you're making, the ocean listens to the moon. right? And there is a very powerful verse in the Quran which says, we subjugated the planets for Bani Adam, right? A scholar may look it up in ChatGPT, where this is. Very powerful, very interesting. Surah Buruj, the star signs. The Quran is full of this, but come on. You're not seeing? Okay. Anyhow, for those who see, please continue watching, right? Yes. There are, about the Sirius, we are Lord of the Sirius, Allah saying. And now, I mean, nowadays so much confusion there. Okay, moon has been placed there. Moon is a hollow thing. It's like a Death Star. Yeah, possible. Maybe there was maybe a time before these things have been there, and maybe these have been installed for a certain purpose. Or that Saturn is Satan. I mean, please, guys, drop your thoughts on this, but I know that there is a lot of confusion about that. Anyhow, this or that way, I mean, if we take the Quran, this is not the case, because the jinns are not allowed over a certain, like the shayateen, they are not allowed, they will be shot, right? So, these are portals of manifestation, and in our tradition, these are angelic entities who are in charge of them. These are the kings. Jibril alayhi salam is the king of the moon. Mikael alayhi salam is the king of Mercury. Yes. Then we have other less known ones. Then we have Israfil, the king of Jupiter. Azrael alayhi salam, the king of Saturn, right? These are the kings who we try to befriend step by step. And then there are also, these are so many layers, because beneath those kings you have of course also, they have control over certain realms of jinns. Yes? But we go from this way, right? We don't befriend this one. It's a little bit easier. Actually, as I said, Allah's name is hovering and his throne is hovering over the oceans. So Allah's names are hovering over these kingdoms. So when we invoke the name, this name has an impact on these kingdoms, on these planets, which are representative and manifestation of a certain name or a group of names. Right? I hope this makes sense. Like, okay, right? And then there are certain prophetic souls which are, for example, Ibrahim alayhi salam is connected to Jupiter. His soul is mainly connected to Jupiter, right? This we see also in the Miraj a little bit, right? The story of Miraj, the Prophet alayhi salam went there, and when he came back, Musa alayhi salam told him, as we all know, I hope you made your homework. As we all know, he came back and Musa said, oh, they cannot do 5,000 prayers a day, or 500. Don't screw me for the number. I should do my homework, right? A little bit again, repeating. And then Prophet ﷺ went again until it was down to 5 prayers, right? So Musa alayhi salam, his soul is somewhere in these stations, right? And our soul, this is also one of the aspects. Well, our soul will also have to go through these stations when it leaves, right? And then the more we have befriended the names, Allah's names, and the entities behind the angelic entities, invoke the muwakilin, and then also specifically worked with the planets, this will make this life, dunya wal akhirah, this life and the next life, way easier, right? And this is just the cherry on the cake, you know. This is about, we have, once again, I mean, maybe I say it in the courses always, but we have to be good people, and these things, everyone knows this, yeah. I'm not going to repeat this, oh, don't hit someone, right? Don't lie, don't make gaslighting, yes. Even it happens, La Ghafurur Rahim. But this is, as less we can do it, the better. Then the soul can go smoothly through the station of the moon, through the station up to the divine presence. Otherwise, I mean, there is this discussion in the Sufi cosmology. Maybe these are the seven, right? The seven heavens, the seven paradises, right? So even there's something as staying in one station, that's also maybe fine, right? You have maybe some good things there, right? Maybe many good things, endless good things. But anyhow, it's good to then decide. This is something, of course, this is a gray zone. God knows best about that. But what we can observe in this layer of existence is that befriending the planets can also help with day-to-day life, which then can help you invoke more muwakilin, which then makes your life even easier, step by step. Like, this is an endless thing, right? So I made some videos on the different planets, right? Shall I draw them? I thought I should draw them here, so I draw them here now. How was Saturn again? Like this, no? Right. Moon, Mercury, Venus, Sun, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. There are different stones connected to these things. So my journey and also what I shared here firstly started with the Sun, Sharaf al-Shams. It's the most iconic, most also known one, right? Sharaf al-Shams. They are sold very cheap on the internet. I don't think they are real. They are like yellow akeks, and then there is an engraving. But I don't think it's in the exact time, because you can just do this once a year, right? Then, but I have to say, okay, wearing this, it's like better than nothing. But I don't think. God knows best. Because the Sharaf al-Shams is very powerful. I would even say it's more powerful, and some practitioners agree on that, than Moldavite. Yeah, Moldavite, everyone knows. It's a meteorite. But Sharaf al-Shams, and this is now different methods I'm saying to you. So one method is, of course, befriending the names, going through the 99 names, and you will, in one point, also have these openings for those. Or the inspiration to befriend them, right? Then you have Sharaf al-Qamar. Right, I made a recent post on the pearls. Yeah, very good. So these, what happens here? The orange akik, which has the Sharaf al-Shams empowerment, it's like a portal to this kingdom, right? And it doesn't mean that if the person gets now the Sharaf al-Shams, immediately they will be like super friends with this kingdom. No, it still takes some time, right? They have to wear it, and the energy has to drip through slowly. Yeah, like if the energy would come immediately, this would be like, I don't know, a rhinoceros coming in as a guest into your house. I mean, the powers would be too immense. It would be like sun blasting, right? And Sharaf al-Shams is one of those which is really glowing. I want actually to keep it very open here, right? All these things I teach in the one-on-one courses, yeah, and we go through the journey of the 99 names, 99 and the 7 kingdoms, right? Yeah, and then of course I had Mars exaltation video also, but we have also Sharaf al-Utarid and the Sharaf al-Zuhra exaltations. We had the Jupiter exaltation. Yeah. These are all things to be aware, and there are also other methods. Right? Of course there are other methods to do that. Invoking the 99 names, having maybe the stones. When someone gets the stone, it's just like moving the process very quickly, and it's making the advancement in the birth chart. Like, this is one really thing I have to say. If someone has something retro, this would be the one I would begin with. For example, Jupiter retro, I would start in your birth chart. I would start with Jupiter exaltation. I hope this is not getting too complicated. This is why I'm saying this always in the courses, because I can really adjust the timing. And now I also want to say a little bit about the side effects, right? So I just want to, each thing can have also cleansing effects, because there is, without, people want it like, check, overnight I'm the king of the 7 planets. No, there will be a certain cleansing coming. So with moon, emotional cleansing, right? With sun, the ego will cleanse. Yes, moon can make some like slight depressions, like the pearls, like very smooth, but controllable. Sun, and this one has also to see step by step. Yeah, this is also good to, if you get it, to keep in contact. Sun can make a little bit, in the first thing, push the ego, but in the end it will balance the ego, right? It will make healthy ego. Mars, it's another topic. Yes, one of the things, Jupiter, for example, it can, one of the manifestations, side effects, I would say, is one can get a little bit fat, right? So these are the side effects, yeah? And then step by step, we balance all the aspects of life by having these. And it's a very good, I mean, I would start now, right? Because as I said, this takes time. The energy has to drip through step by step. Even 1 planet a year. Either you do it on your own, DIY, yeah, this is possible, or through the courses, it's a little easier, or getting the stones, the easiest one, right? And now also announcement, I will not, because I was before also giving these stones as a present, or very cheap. I think that is over in very few cases maybe. Because I see this as a big impact, and there are many reasons for that. I mean, this is, even people, if they are not prepared, they might lose it, or some jinn taking this, right? Many things can happen. Right, so this is the befriending the 7 kingdoms. Very important. It's not a necessity. Yeah, no, nothing is necessity. At the same time, it is a necessity, because the enemy is using this. You will see when you observe, oh, this and this they do on this and this day. So don't be foolish. And I hear that from more and more people. They are saying, actually, they see this is a necessity. And this is true. It's, I don't like to say it, but it's a necessity. And another point, okay, we are living our nice lives here, but the Imam Ali alayhi salam said, it's like a cloud. Opportunity is like a cloud. They can vanish. So we don't know also how long this channel will be here, right? Because this is another topic maybe. To take the opportunity. How long these things all will be here. Anyhow, this or that way. I don't want to make this like fear, because the clouds can reappear again. Maybe, maybe not. But we are entering crazy times, so it's good to be prepared. Protection, not protection, right? Right, and if someone wants to dive, I mean, I could say so much on that. If someone wants to dive deeper in that, yeah, either the courses or I have also an old video. So this is also one of the possibilities you have to just go through all the videos. It takes time, but I have a video on the 7 seals because the 7 seals are connected to this as well, right? And then we have a certain, the 7, let's see when I finish today. I don't want to go over 20 minutes. The 7 ayats of Surah Fatiha, each one is connected to a planet. And then we have the number 8, the 7 sleepers, connected to a planet as well. Not only the Pleiades, as you remember, but also to the 7 planets. Qitmir, number 8. Then we have the 8. I don't know if I'm gonna open that Pandora's box in this video, but the A'udhu Billahi Minash Shaitanir Rajim is the 8th. Very important. Right. See you in the next video. Like, subscribe. If you need talismans, the stones, you have to contact me, really. The talismans are, I think, already on the homepage, but better also to contact me. Everything in the description below. Thanks for staying with me so long. Have a nice day. Keep the beats moving as always. Like, subscribe. Salams.